So obviously there's been a lot of speculation recently that Doctor Who Season 2 Episode 3, The Well, is possibly going to be a sequel to the Series 4 episode Midnight. Now in my last video I kind of dismissed this slightly, saying that if The Well is going to be a sequel to anything, it seems more likely that it's going to be a sequel to something like The Impossible Planet and Satan Pit, but I'm now starting to lean towards the theory that this is going to be a sequel to Midnight. So the synopsis for The Well in the newest issue of Doctor Who magazine reads: stranded on the inhospitable planet 6767, the Doctor and Belinda team up with a platoon of troopers who have been sent to investigate Colony Base 15, a mining operation that they've lost contact with. Arriving at the installation, they soon discover that something is very wrong indeed, and that something soon reveals itself to be at the heart of the Doctor's worst nightmares. And we've also had some dialogue for this episode in one of the recent trailers, alongside footage of this episode, with the Doctor saying that he's been there before, and something along the lines of this being the scariest thing that he's ever had to deal with in the past.
I've been here before, and I met something. I've never been so scared in my life.
Which could seemingly be hinting at the Midnight entity from Midnight. So yeah, it doesn't seem necessarily from that this is definitely going to be a sequel to Midnight. But one thing that I somehow missed when we got the title reveals for these episodes, in the title card reveal for The Well, is you can see a clock in the background that turns from 11:59 to midnight, which seems to be a hint that this is going to be a sequel to Midnight. So that further adds to the speculation that this episode is going to be a sequel to Midnight, and I'm now really starting to think that this is more likely than I did before. Now, I have mixed feelings on how this is going to be executed and if I think this is a good idea in the first place. Midnight is one of my favourite episodes of Doctor Who, and it's one of the best episodes that the show has ever made, not just for New Who, but across the show in general. And one of my favourite things about that episode is that we don't find out what the Midnight entity is, or anything about it, or what it looks like, or anything like that. And so my main worry here is that we're going to get too many answers in regards to the Midnight entity. But if this does end up just being kind of another story with the Midnight entity in it, and we don't get any answers or reveals or hints about the Midnight entity, then I think this could be done very well and could still be a good episode similar to Midnight, but with a slight twist on the idea. So I'm hoping that's what it's going to be, and that we're not going to get any reveals and explanations about the Midnight entity itself. And the main thing I really hope we don't get is a look at the actual Midnight entity. So those are my hopes for this, assuming that this is going to be a sequel to Midnight, which I think, like I said, is seeming very likely at this point. But let me know what you think about this in the comments down below.